Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. We are in G-Town, a city that I've built. You can see that the population is approximately 307,000 or so. The city has quite a few cargo train stations and passenger train stations. I will zoom in a little bit. Over here on this east side, here's the dotted line, which indicates the city limit. You can see that there is a train line that goes off out of the city limit. This obviously is part of the original map, and that is to connect my city with outside train connections. So, that is the outside train connection, and it connects it to places outside of the city limits. So on the east side of the city, there's an outside train connection. Previously, it was full with a backlog of trains. So you can see that this is an incoming train, and then this is the outgoing train line. That was all backed up. It was all backed up, and I was backing up to maybe around here or so. So there was a huge backlog, a lot of congestion, and so a lot of trains that wanted to leave and head out east out of my city, they really could not because of the congestion. The best way, and so now you can see there isn't a backlog, right? It's clear. It's clear. It's clear. So trains can move freely. If I hit play, trains are moving freely. That train is about to head out of the window or out of view, and it's moving freely. So the best way to fix this problem of when you have too many outgoing trains is to have less train stations connected to the outside. The reason is that every train station that is connected to an outside connection will spawn or generate a train, thereby creating congestion on the rail network. So one suggestion, though not the best, is to have the outside connection rail line connected to a maximum of 2 train stations, 1 passenger train station and 1 cargo train station. Therefore, that outside connection is connecting to a maximum of 2 train stations. The outside rail would terminate at those 2 train stations. Then what happens is you would need to create another passenger train station and cargo train station nearby for internal city transport. So I'll show you a little bit what that looks like. So here's an outside train line, outside train line, outside train line, and here is a cargo train station. So this is connected to an outside train line. So if you did that method that I described, you would then set up a second train station. Maybe you would put it here, maybe you would put it here, somewhere nearby. So outside trains connect here, drop off their cargo, and then you have another train station here for your city, for internal city transport. So, so this method works, but it's not the best. So what I think is the best method is the following. You can create a train track that looks like this. So here's the cargo train station. Here is the outside connection. Kind of comes on in, connects to the cargo train station. You will see that there's another track that goes off to the left side of the screen, which is westward. That's the internal city train track. And so what happens is the outside connection rail does not continue to the internal rail line. It ends at the train station. And here's the internal rail line. It also ends at the train station. they aren't connected together directly, right? This line right here doesn't connect directly. And so what happens is these trains, they don't just like stop right here in the middle and reverse course and go on to another track. They really only stop at train stations, and then they spawn at the train stations, or they stop here and then kind of head on back. They don't normally just stop in the middle of this track and reverse course. So trains cannot stop and go the other direction in the middle of a rail line. So the outside connection train, or what's called an intercity train, will come up to this train station, drop off and pick up its cargo, and head back out of town. It won't go any further. Likewise, the internal city train, or what's called an intra-city train, will come up this line, come up to this train station, drop off and pick up its cargo, and head back into town. It won't go any further. So this method works great because you avoid rail congestion, but by not having too many train stations connected to your outside connections, and you don't have to build a second train station next to every intercity train station. You can use the same train station for outside connection trains and internal city trains. So you avoid congestion, you save space, you save money. So I think that's the best way to go. And then from what I can tell, as long as you don't have more than approximately 5 total train stations connected to any one single outside connection, you should be fine. Just a quick side note, on some user-created maps, there can be an issue with the train track outside of your city limits. In this unique case, sometimes you will have to go to the edge of your map and move a node on the train track. The YouTuber Biffa has a good video on how to do that fix. Alright, I hope that helps all of you mayors out there. Please like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you can catch future videos and live streams. Take care of yourselves. Thanks again for watching.